Hello. So the Homelands expansion came out and it seems pretty cool. The main thing that I like is having everything in one box, and my solutions have been less than ideal. As you can see, there are two that I'm using, but these are the boxes that I have. And I'm going to show you my solution about how I got everything into these boxes. First, I'm going to go over the Hirelings box. This is one that I kind of wish I didn't have, so I just put the things I'm less likely to use in it. So this one had some organizers that I already made for the base box before I got all the most recent expansion stuff. So they're all just in here. I got the little rule book and all the rules cards for Root. Below this, yeah, like it's a Hirelings box that has the Hirelings dice, and these markers in it. Here I have some of the overview cards because I didn't have space in the main box, and then I also have the base deck. I also don't have space for that. That is everything I could not fit in the main box. And yeah, so here it is. So you'll see I used what people call the burger method, where you have a box bottom and a box top. So this is the whole big thing. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to show you what is in the box. So you take the lid off, and oh no, it's bent. That's a shame. I just got this. All right, you get all of the little Root learning how to play books. I get these because I like having them around. I have the rule book, and then you have these 3 double-sided game boards that go in. And now with these out of the way, you are viewing the main appeal, as it were. So this is what the box looks like when you open it up. You can see I used baggies for some things, but I mostly tried to avoid it. So most of this stuff is 3D printed from a link that I will share. Some of this I modified the files to make my own things. So here we're gonna just go over everything. So here I have these, I don't even really know, they're reminder tokens. You put them on like passives to remember them, I think. They don't actually have a gameplay purpose. These are the second set of, well, this is one set of the tiles for the ruins that you like get the ruin tiles, and then like the base, yeah, these bases, just for the sake of having a second game going if you want. I think that's cool. I don't know if that's ever going to happen with me. I have these for I think they called it the swamp map, that you just use to cover up things. With that out of the way, we now start getting into the crux of it. So, down here I have the pond for the frogs. I have the resin markers. I bought this used before the Homelands expansion came out, and it came with everything except for clockwork. But it was also missing some things. A few of the overview cards, which I don't really care about, but it was also only had the resin markers, so I'm kind of just stuck with these. I'm not regretful. As you can see, I got other stuff, but yeah. So here these are. For the time being, I am also storing the landmarks that seem to be just for the swamp. And right there, it kind of just makes sense to put them here. Maybe I'll find a better solution where they're less likely to get scratched and damaged, but I mainly play this digital. I got the fear of missing out, as they say. We have the Twilight Council right here. This is a modified thing that there's tons of these organizers for them, but like you have the little bat meeples here, and all of their tokens. For each of these, you have the score token in a little spot. Next to these are the lily pad diaspora. These little guys. They have many more of these enclave tokens that are double-sided. You have this one, and then a face that's going all like, which I love. But in addition to that, I also have these the markers here, and they're in their own little area, which I was miraculously able to fit. Over here, I have the now 12 vagabond meeples. They all happen to just fit in this small area. This is a modified print that I had earlier. I could just take this part off. I don't really need that. To the side here, we actually have all of the tokens that are associated with the vagabonds. So under here is all the tokens that one of these, like vagabond number 1 or whatever, would need. So it's just the score marker, and then also every sort of like faction alliance marker, and then the same is true for this guy. To the side here, you have all the starting items that you would need for Vagabond and or the Knaves. So, yeah. To the right of that, we have another set of everything you need for the ruins. You have the Duchy's Burrow here. This is just the best spot for it, I guess. You have all the landmarks and a few of the smaller, a lot of the smaller hirelings here that are just 1 token. To the left here, I have 2 sets of dice. I think they're really cool. And below this, you have those little like passage covers for the mountain map. Above that is the decks of cards. I only have room for 2 of the 3, so I have the base one set out for now, and then I have the Exiles and Partisans deck, and then the Squires deck. So that's gonna be fun. Again, I wanted to keep everything here so you could at the very least have 2 games going on if you wanted. Alright, so with that out of the way, I'm going to move this, and then this tray that holds the markers in Homelands, and you get to see everything else that is below here. Here you have the Woodland Alliance, and then you have your different tokens here. I do not remember the names of all of these, but guys, just got these little guys. Over here, there is a Marquise de Cat. This is modified. My meeples were a little bigger than the ones that the game was originally designed for. I should probably modify it so that it keeps these tokens in, but there's just not enough room for this, so one of the tokens is here. The Erie Dynasty is next to that. Of course, the meeples are just a little bigger. You have the roosts on the side. You can tell by the fact that I'm calling these by name that you probably know which factions I actually play as. Here's the new Knaves of the Deepwood. I stored them here. I thought it just made more sense to keep the Vagabond with the Vagabond things. Here's the little men. And then you have their counters. I actually just modified this one to accommodate for that. Next we have the Keepers in Iron, with their different stuff, their way stations and the like. They all just fit in here, all 15, I believe. We have the conspiracy right here. These little goopers and all their little trackers. You have the company right here. Unfortunately for them, these meeples were also a bit too big, so I have to store them in a weird way. But I am able to store the little beads. Also, I was not able to store the card holder in here. Maybe if I modify this and take these guys out, I can somehow possibly jerry-rig some space, but I don't really know. I could also probably just find a different way to do it. We have the score tracker here, and then underneath that is the difference of the trading posts. And we have Lord of the Hundreds, all little rats just here, and look at the giant rat. The giant rat that makes all of the rules. Next to that is the cult. Notably about the cult, this is where, again, the size wasn't really working, so I had to be a little creative in how I arrange these, but there was enough space for me to put the mob die for the Lord of the Hundreds. There wasn't really space for me to put it in there, though I guess, again, I could probably just make something work if I really felt like it. You have these again. I do need to modify this so that it keeps all of the pieces. But yeah. And then finally, we have the duchy. So the duchy's burrow is over here in the tray with the other stuff. You have the funny moles, and then all the crowns are sort of stored here, and the tokens are all in here. So that's all the factions, and finally you have this little card tray here, and it stores all the other cards that I haven't mentioned. So I'm just gonna go through them. So on this side, I was able to put the landmarks and how to set those up. I have the retainers for the keepers. I have the viziers for the dynasty alongside those. Here are, I believe, the vagabonds. So I got all 12 of them, and then their quests. And then I have the nobles for the duchy. To the right of that, I have the advanced setup cards right here. And then I have the new diaspora deck and their sort of like clarification cards. I have the knaves. I love this one. He looks so scrumbly. You have all the knaves here, and then the clarifications for them. And then I have the Lord of the Hundreds sort of moon cards. So you take all this, and then like when you have somebody play, like you search for the things here, and then you're like, oh, you want to play as the duchy? Here you go, and then you find their cards and stuff, and that's really all you need to do. Underneath here is all the player boards, all of them. Now, I learned that they made like thinner cardstock versions, but I like these. I think they're cool. So you just got like, I was able to store all of these in here. Oh, this one's upside down. I was able to store all these in here. So that works the way that you would expect. And I guess if you did store them thinner, the box would not be nearly as big when you're carrying it around, and you wouldn't need to be nearly as careful. But I like how they feel. I like when games give you player boards that actually feel substantial, so I'm gonna keep those. But once you're done, you just put it away like so. Just put that there. Put these here. I guess this is the sloppier part, just because I have yet to make like a designated spot for these. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave them here. There's empty space up here. That's where I just lay out these. They're ruins anyway, which is what the Vagabond uses, so sure. I put these here. I put all the game boards on top. Get the rule book. The learn how to play guides all here. Still sad I put the corner of this. And then ready to go. So this is the solution I have so far. I'm hoping, you know, with, I don't know, some form of arcane magic, I can condense it so that this also fits in here, but I don't really see that happening. Best case scenario for me personally is that I'm somehow able to fit the base deck in so you can choose from all three without having to grab from this. Ideally, you only grab from the hireling box when you want to play with the hirelings, and you don't need to do anything else. That's my ideal, but I'll have to see. But yeah, that's my game.